on the go, you are on the move, you are moving, you are progressing. See? That's one purpose of giving us the confidence. Otherwise, if continuously you go on experiencing the same thing, we'll be lost, we will lose interest. So that is one of the purposes of having different experiences when we sit for meditation, see. The biggest thing that I find is it motivates us. But this is possible only while we are in the heart region. I don't know how many of you have read Towards Infinity or Efficacy of Raja Yoga. There are millions and billions of experiences you can have infinitely while we are in the heart region. Can anybody say what is heart region? Can anyone tell me what is cosmic region? Well, now I'll have to change my subject then. See, I thought you will be well versed with this mess. But I'm very sorry that none of you are able to say what is heart region and what is cosmic region. So I'm going to change I'll have to come back to the basics then, see. I highly recommend you to read the fundamental book of Sahaj Marg, Complete Works of Ramchandra, Volume 1. You must read it. You must. I'm even tempted to even stop this talk at the moment and request you to go back to library, pick up or buy one book, Complete Works Ramchandra, and read it through before you go home. I'm really surprised that you are not familiar with fundamentals of Sahaj Marg. So let's go back to practice then. How do we meditate? I'll start with this. Without asking each one of you and make you feel ashamed of yourself, I'll myself start it and compare it how you all meditate, so you can conclude whether you have been doing it correctly or not. Soon as you wake up in the morning, finish your regular stuff, bathroom, toilets, etc. Take up one place which is fixed for your meditation. Try to relax. Gently close your eyes. Offer your prayer to Master, to God. The prayer is always addressed to God, not the Master we know physically, Chari Ji, no, God. The day when it arrives, fortunately, when you see God in Master, then it's a different story. But claiming someone without experience is, as I said, it is as bad as a guy who's saying, I don't experience God, is more honest. But without seeing God in somebody to make a God out of him, it's an insult to God himself. So, always pray to God, unknown God. However, you can always pray, God, I don't know you. Be frank with him. But this is my prayer to you. I hope it reaches you. I am going to meditate. However you are, whatever you are, I like to experience your essence. You plead with him and use this prayer. I don't say you use these words, but you must have this sentiment in your heart. I presume that you all know the prayer. And when you relax and imagine that there is presence of divine light in the heart, that's all there is to it. Whatever has to happen, Master takes care of it afterward. The Master, Chari Ji, not God now. You have invoked God's essence, God's presence, but the work is done by Master Chariji. So try to understand the difference. When transmission starts flowing towards the heart, you feel the presence or the flow of the transmission, and you slowly get absorbed with it, see. While we are meditating, some thoughts do arise, something what may have happened early morning or night before, or something that you are supposed to during daytime. But ignore all these thoughts gently, not fight with them, by reminding yourself that you are meditating. It should be all gentle, no force should be used during meditation. And meditate like this to begin with for half an hour. And then slowly increase this period up to 1 hour. After having completed meditation, you sit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Try to observe, try to savor the condition that you feel after the meditation. That is a unique condition. The state of mind before meditation, state of mind after the meditation, they are two different things. Try to see, try to observe the change. It is very subtle. Having observed this change and identifying this difference, try to hold on to it like a miser holds on to his money. Like that, you hold on to that condition. Don't try to let it go away. And gently get up from your position. Try to carry that condition. Next stage is perhaps you want to have breakfast. You sit down when your mother serves you food, or when you have to make your own breakfast. Carry this condition with you from inside. It doesn't take extra time. Hold on to that condition. When you have to go to college, either you are going in a car or a public transport or on your scooty, think that this condition is glued with you. It is going to expand during daytime. I'm going to make it grow. I should be constantly in touch with that inner condition. So when I meditate next day, my inner state is no longer a stranger to me. I begin from where I had left, perhaps better than what I had left with. Because during daytime, I made it grow, I let it grow. You understand? It is, most people, most abhyasis, I would say 99% of abhyasis, they don't make extra efforts in retaining the condition after meditation. Let's see, when you will be starting perhaps after 5 years, maybe 6 years, your work, you'll be working for somebody, or you might be doing business on your own. Good luck to you all. But at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, when you do see money coming in your bank accounts, every week, every month, if you keep blowing it up, suppose if you are making 1 lakh a month, 80,000 you spend in partying, 20,000 you bring home, 15,000 goes in rent. Your wife or your husband will keep complaining, what happened to the rest? How am I going to run this family? How am I going to build a new house, a new apartment? It's not possible, no? Instant loss of income will drive you crazy. The family will be in ruins. Spiritually speaking, when we earn spiritual wealth, with every sitting there is something unique that Master bestows upon us. Consider it like a check. consider it like an incoming salary. Do I preserve it? Do I even know that I am getting a salary? If I don't even know what has been given to me, how am I even going to make efforts in trying to retain it or preserve it or make it grow? No one receives money from father or mother in order for safekeeping. It is always given in order for it to grow exponentially through business adventures. When Master gives us condition, it is not given just for the heck of it. It's not given for you to keep it. It must grow. Otherwise, Master will also be disappointed like parents. I gave him so much, but he doesn't even know what I have given. See the state of mind of a father or a mother. I don't know, if you give your mother a flower and immediately says, oh, put it away on the table, I'll take it later on. She doesn't even look at it. What will happen to your heart? Perhaps I didn't give you a right example. Imagine if you had given that flower to your girlfriend and she trashes it, or your boyfriend, right in front of your eyes. It hurts, no? Same thing is with Master. He's so generous. He puts up with all these insults. He gives us condition, spiritual condition, which is so unique after each meditation. We don't even tend to comprehend it. We don't even think of, we don't even know what we are receiving. So my request, my urge, rather I'm begging to you all, spend some time after meditation. You have worked for it. Some of you maybe have been meditating for 1 hour, half hour. Observe after meditation. It needs only 5 minutes of your time. You have labored for it. Why not spend extra 5 minutes in trying to recognize and be one with it, savor it, preserve it, and continue with it? So, first step of preserving spiritual wealth, know what you have received through meditation. Try to make it grow. Make sure it grows. When we sharpen knife, it is to cut vegetables. When we sharpen our consciousness, it is for it to be used during daytime. So I must know how sharp my consciousness is. Give you another example. When concrete is being laid, they barricade that concrete for some time till it settles down. Otherwise, you'll have the footprints of dogs and human beings. Some of the adventurous beings will write down, I love you, Dolly, or I love you, Polly, or whatever. And those impressions will be there forever. You have destroyed that fine-looking concrete with your footprints. Same thing. After meditation, the condition that we imbibe, we receive from Master is, I would say, finer. It is so subtle than the concrete. Just a mere thought or mere carelessness makes it disappear. So please be extra careful. You have worked hard for it. Might as well spend 5 minutes, try to savor it, absorb it, and get up with a resolution that, Master, please help me. I need to grow this. I need your help. I want to make sure at least it remains intact. I would try my best to make it grow. The guidance will come from inside. Once you have this intention that I like to preserve it, He will help. Once you make it an intention that I'd like to grow, that help will also come. But you must have the slight of intention that I want to preserve it. So that's about meditation. next thing about cleaning. How do we do cleaning? I will not ask you, but run through this process how you have been doing in the evening. Okay? Now let me tell you how I do it. Sit with your eyes closed, relaxed. I suggest to myself that all complexities and impurities are going away. From the backside, from shoulders down up to the tailbone, in the form of smoke or vapor. And when I feel that enough lightness is there, vacuum is created, I feel so lighter, that's when I think of Master's presence. Imagining that divine current is flowing from him towards me and is helping me doing my cleaning. If you tell this to a newcomer, this all 5-6 steps that I mentioned, he'll be lost. When you were told by your preceptors first time that all complexities and impurities are going away from the backside in the form of smoke or vapor, later on there will be vacuum created. Think of Master who is seated in front and his grace or his transmission is coming and removing all this and helping you. You're lost in words. By the time you're on the final step, you have forgotten what is to start in the first place. So, the effect of such sankalpa or suggestion often fails and cleaning is not done properly. Even though your intention was good, but the process set in was wrong. Okay? So for proper understanding, you break down this process into 5-6 easily understandable steps, as much as you can hold in your mind at a time. You begin like this, that you sit down, right? You relax, as they say, chill. All complexities and impurities are going away. You settle down with this idea, with this thought. Then gently bring in this idea, how it is going away. From where? You bring each step, you see, then you don't have to struggle. And once the smoke or the vapor starts ejecting from the backside, you accelerate this process. The way you accelerate the pedal on your scooty or on your car, you accelerate this ejection of smoke or vapor from the backside. Having accelerated that process, you'll find that cleaning is really speeded up. And in no time you'll feel lighter. That's when you bring in Master's presence. And you imagine that divine current is coming from him and is helping you complete this